I think it was interesting actually what you just said about the monkey, because that's another thing that I've heard from a lot of different interviews, that people start feeling like everything has like a personality, like even like plants and rocks, and like, and
Mm,
you can kind of connect with everything. And
mm.
when
On
I
ayahuasca
was
or on psychedelics in general?
on psychedelics in general, I think what I'm specifically thinking about now is both an ayahuasca interview that I heard and an interview with Sting, actually talking about mescaline trip that he had, where he felt like he was connecting with the rock, and he felt like it was not a thing. It was like it had a personality. He was kind of saying hello to the
Mm,
rock, and he felt like he and the rock were kind of like sharing this moment. And it sounds really funny, but I actually want to say that when I was in that sensory deprivation tank,
mm.
we talked a little bit about last time, I had a very weird experience that was so short, and afterwards I was not really sure how to process what happened, if I was just, if I fell asleep and I was dreaming, or it was like another state of mind, because you can apparently go into other states of mind that can be kind of psychedelic when you're in that sensory deprivation chamber.
Uh-huh.
But for just a very brief moment when I was in there, I felt hungry, and my like natural response at that point was to say hello to my feeling of hunger, and it answered me back, and I got this feeling that we were just like hanging out together inside of me, that it was like I met my hunger, and I was like, oh hey, you're here too, and my hunger was like, yeah, I'm just chilling, like what about you? And this, the moment that I realized that, like what was going on, I was out of it, and I was like
Mm.
awake, or I was like, yeah, I feel like something weird just happened, and now that I became aware of that it was happening, I'm kind of out of that state of mind,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
nothing
that makes
else
sense.
happened during the time I was there. And afterwards I was just like, that was so fucking weird, and it lasted like 10 seconds or something, just a very brief exchange of like saying hi to the hunger, and the hunger saying hi to me. But I kind of, when I've then been listening to interviews afterwards, I've been like, it sounds a little bit similar to some of that stuff where people feel like they're talking to a rock, or they're having this moment with a monkey or something, that
Mm.
like you can kind of feel like things have a personality, and that you can interact with them or have this like shared
Yeah.
experience in some weird way. And actually afterwards, it's something that I've kind of taken with me, that like consciously, sometimes if I have a feeling, like this is actually kind of full circle back to what we started, where we talked about this with feelings and trying to relax through the feelings. I kind of try and use that experience to, when I have a feeling, to kind of greet it and like welcome it and be like, oh hi, you're here too, like I'm here, and like my anger is here as well, and just like being like treating it as it's another entity that is inside me, and we're both here, and it's cool,
Mm.
we're just hanging out, like there's no harm, it's like my anger
Wow.
is not dangerous or anything, it's just there, and it's part of me just like anything else. And that really helps me when I'm in those moments, and I feel like just that little glimpse of having this weird experience in that tank has really actually been very useful to me. So that's kind of fueled my interest in all of these kinds of things. So yeah, but
That sounds incredible. I've never, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I've never uh heard that analogy before. That sounds amazing though, to greet it like it's another entity. I think that's super amazing, actually.